Next, let's talk about these monomials, but take them to a power. For example, 3x to the third to the second power. Now we know that second power means whatever's inside gets multiplied twice. So that's going to be 3x cubed times 3x cubed. Expand it out, that's 3xxx, 3xxx. Now you know how to do that one, so this is not a big deal. But that gives us x to the 6th. 3 times 3 is 9. So our shortcut here is to think of this 3 times 2 gives you 6. I doubt you saw that one coming, but 3 times 2 gives you the 6, and then 3 squared. So now if I go 5 y to the 4th to the third power, that's basically going to be 5 to the third power and y to the 4th times 3. So that's going to give me 125 y to the 12th. Again, the shortcut, multiply those two. This is a big number. It's not an exponent, but you can multiply exponents together like that if they're touching, and then this to the third power, so 125 y to the 12th. All right, I want to talk about one more topic here. We can get a lot of information here. And this is a quickie review of something you already know how to do, but that's to distribute. Now we know that if we have 4 times x plus 7, we can distribute that. Go 4 times x, 4 times 7, gives us 4x plus 28. No problem. But now we know about how to multiply with monomials, so we can put in something like this. X squared times 3x plus 7y. The technique is still the same. We multiply this by both. X squared times 3x is going to give us 3x cubed. X squared times 7y is going to give us 7x squared y. Nothing to combine there. Okay, we can make it even more complex. X squared y to the 4th times 2x to the 5th minus 8 y to the 3rd. Okay, again, all of this times this will give us 2x to the 7th, because we have to add the 5 and the 2, y to the 4th, because there is no y, and then this one times this one will give us negative 8 x squared y to the 7th. We're just combining our y's, bringing the x squared and the 8 along for the ride. Alright, well we finally made it to the end here. So let's kind of conclude everything. First of all, two big points here we made, talking about multiplying and then dividing. When we're multiplying, we're just simply adding the exponents of the like variables. So you x's and x's, you add those exponents, and we multiply all the coefficients. When we're dividing, it's almost the same thing. We're subtracting the exponents of like variables, so x and x, y, and so forth. We're dividing the coefficients. Do remember that if you have a negative exponent, you want to make it positive. That means if it's on the top, take it to the bottom. If it's on the bottom, we'll take it to the top. We didn't see an example of that, but we will later on. And remember, when we move on to anything else, anytime we're dealing with polynomials, these rules will always stay in effect. Okay, so keep that in mind. These are rules that you'll follow forever and ever. Well, it's almost 15 minutes, a little longer than I hoped to be, but this will cover a lot of ground. So try to do the warm-up, get as much done as you can before you come to class. We'll talk about it. We'll work on it at the beginning of class before we set off on everything else. Make sure you come with a question. If I went through anything too fast, write something down right now. Write down those questions. And finally, the answer to number 4 in your pop quiz, if you've been paying attention this long, the answer to number 4 is going to be 27.3. Thank you.